Those interested in the world of science are always looking for discoveries and innovations that take us to a new stage concerning our surroundings. But in some cases, these are very strange and even scary, especially if it's about space. So in this video, you're going to hear about some terrifying signals, such as FBR radio waves, which we'll cover fully in this video from space that totally surprise you. The existence or non-existence of extraterrestrial beings is one of the most complex mysteries today, for which there is no reason to reject or confirm space creatures. But in the last few years, it has been received strange and mysterious signals from outside the solar system, which we mistakenly attributed to extraterrestrials. Here are 5 of them. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We'll be honored to have you guys as one of our new subscribers, and don't forget to hit the bell button so you'll be the first to know if there's a new video. Small green dummies, LGM-1. In 1967, Jocelyn Bell Burnell and her supervisor, Anthony Hewish, heard certain radio signals while working on a study in astrophysics. Pulses of radio waves that were repeated every 1.3373 seconds. They were still not sure if these signals came from space creatures. This unknown space signal was faster than any other star ever. At first, they thought the signal was transmitted by humans, but its source bore no resemblance to the motion of satellites. Detection of this signal by other radio telescopes revealed that its source was outside the solar system and inside the galaxy. Tim Bell called the LGM-1 radio source little green gnomes and refused to spread the word about the discovery of another civilization and extraterrestrial intelligence because they were still unsure. Burnell found another similar signal in another part of the sky. Since it was unlikely that 2 different civilizations would choose the same frequency to send, the transmitted frequency source was probably natural. We now know that those signals were not caused by green dwarfs, but by an astronomical phenomenon called a pulsar. Strange signal of the star HD 164595. In 2016, researchers reported that the detection of an unknown space signal in the path of the star HD 164595, located in the constellation of Hercules, which was discovered by a Russian telescope called Ratan 600. HD 164595 is a star very similar to the Sun, except that it is 1% brighter. The star is 4.5 billion years old and has a temperature similar to the Sun, and even the composition of the elements in it is the same as the Sun. To send such a signal with the wavelength of 11 gigahertz and only in the direction of the Earth requires 50 trillion watts of energy. This signal is a little more than half the total energy consumed by humans in 1 second. But if this unknown space signal were propagated in all directions, the energy required to reach Earth would be 100 million times greater than before. As a result, the detected signal may be a side effect of gravitational magnification. This phenomenon occurs when a large object, like a star, curves the space-time texture so much that it can collect, concentrate, magnify, and project the signal behind it to the ground. Strange peritons signals. Astronomers at the Parkes Observatory in Australia have been receiving mysterious radio signals once or twice a year since 1990. The signals of the peritons and the FRBs are quite similar, except that astronomers have found that the peritons originate on Earth, while the FRBs originate in other galaxies. In 1998, the Parkes Radio Telescope in Australia received a mysterious signal. The signal had varying frequencies and was of unknown origin, later known as peritons, and astonished astronomers for several years. But in 2015, researchers discovered that an unknown space signal that they thought came from distant planets originated right inside the kitchens. Had taken. Behind all these narratives, we can see the fading of the hypothesis about space creatures. Undoubtedly, space aliens were not the source of any of these signals. Star KIC 8462852. Is it possible that the star's darkness, EC 8462852, is the work of space creatures? In addition to its permanent name, the star is an unsolved problem 1,500 light-years away. A large object is in the path of this star, blocking 20% of its light. The size of this object is strange because Jupiter, with its large size, is only able to block 1% of the light of the star the size of KIC 8462852. Some scientists call it the Dyson congestion, which is smaller than the green Dyson sphere. This sphere surrounds the star and removes its output energy. We will have to wait until 2018 and the launch of the James Webb Space Telescope to discover this object. KIC 8462852, in the celestial body of the Poultry, is located between the stars and the delta of the Poultry. Astronomers have offered a variety of possible explanations for the star's amazing behavior. Some see it as due to its internal dynamics. Some say it may be surrounded by a host of asteroids, and others say it is due to a planet it has swallowed in the past. FBR radio waves. Chinese experts say they have been able to detect fast FBR radio waves, the mysterious signals received from studies 3 billion light-years from Earth and detected by the world's largest and most sensitive terrestrial radio telescope in China. Researchers have obtained the signals with the 5-meter plate radio telescope known as the Aperture Spherical Radio Telescope, FAST for short. FRB signals are among the brightest waves emitted in deep space. These signals propagate for a very short period, lasting only a few milliseconds, and researchers say the cause of their generation has not yet been identified. Researchers have discovered more than 100 FRB signal explosions from late August to early September this year, the highest number ever detected. The unique FAST telescope is located in a forested area in southwest China's Guizhou province, and its construction and installation were completed in 2016 and is scheduled to monitor space regularly from this month. Scientists from more than 10 countries plan to use the telescope to detect and monitor FRB fast radio signals. Other goals of building this unique telescope include studying gravitational waves, studying exosolar planets, identifying high-energy cosmic rays, and interstellar objects. According to statistics, FRB signals were first observed by scientists in 2007, and since then, less than 100 FRBs have been detected internationally. But the Chinese FAST telescope alone has been able to detect 100 fast radio signals. Fast radio signals are often emitted only once in space and are very difficult to track. Some experts believe that these signals are a sign of the connection of extraterrestrial life with each other or even the desire to communicate with humans, and human knowledge is not even able to translate and decipher them. Over the past few decades, we have sent several satellites to distant parts of the solar system. These ships were left with sensors designed to hear things that flow freely in interplanetary space for research and communication reasons. Using a technology intermediary, humans can hear these space waves in the form of audible sounds. The conversion of space waves into sound has a scientific advantage. It has developed the human brain to be very good at recognizing the subtleties of sound. This ability helped our ancestors to know that a hunter was in the area and was instrumental in developing speech complexities. These sound waves are extinguished when the media they are passing through, for example, when the Earth's atmosphere gives way to space. However, many waves can travel in a vacuum. We can then translate these vacuum-loving waves into sounds that humans can hear. In recent years, researchers have received several unknown spatial signals from a variety of sources, but it was later determined that aliens were not the source of those spatial signals. Astronomer Antonio Paris imagines that the unknown WOW space signal, which was thought to be from space creatures, was the passage of a comet that emitted in a specific radio spectrum. These are the most terrifying signals from space. Anybody can hear about them. Hope you guys liked today's video. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell to be informed of the latest news of the newest reports in the world.